We're taking Moxie out for her first kayak trip to try out Kurgo's surf and turf life jacket. Things start out a little tricky because with such an early start, we haven't had a chance to tire Moxie, our rambunctious 9-month-old German Shepherd, with some tug or fetch beforehand. That, and we're a bit loaded down with gear. The plan is to kayak to our friend Federico's house in a secluded cove near the small town of Tzununa on Lake Atitlan. It's a secluded getaway, and we'd love to set up camp on the beautiful treetop veranda, surrounded by forested hillsides and organic coffee trees, and practically suspended over the lake. First we need to get Moxie under control. Then we need to meet up with Rene near the Panajachel public dock to get the kayaks. Rene is the owner of kayak rental Diversiones Acuáticas Balam. All of the local tour operators go to Rene, so we just go straight to him as well. Rene has been renting kayaks in Panajachel for more than 30 years.
El origen de haber venido a Panajachel es que mi esposa le salió una plaza para la escuela central de Panajachel y bueno, ella me trajo. Simple y sencillamente, ella me trajo. Este negocio se llama Diversiones Acuáticas Balam porque mi primer hijo se llama Cristian Balam. Balam significa jaguar. Yo tengo variedad de kayak, tengo como 4 formas. El normal que tengo es rígido. El que va a usar Jessica ahorita era un kayak normal, rígido. Entonces, yo tuve mi perro, un Golden Retriever. Era un perro muy hermoso, sabía bucear y nadar, me rescataba de 30 a 40 metros adentro y le gustaba pasear conmigo en el kayak. Cuando llevaba un kayak, que te dijera yo, cerrado, el perro prácticamente iba sentado sobre mí y las pezuñas me aruñaban mucho las piernas. Entonces di por abrir un kayak y darle el espacio para que el perro fuera parado o sentado. Y esa es la razón de que ese kayak que va a llegar Jessica está hecho exclusivamente para llevar un perro.
This morning when I started out, I have to admit that I was a little bit nervous having Moxie in the kayak with me. I wasn't sure what it was going to be like, if she jumped out or if we tipped together or how well she was going to be able to swim in the open lake.
Yep, Moxie went in the water for the first time. She got way out on the front and then just went right in. Now we're sorted out. Thanks to Rene giving us a hand.
Greg was no help to me at all this morning. He was in a double kayak and he had all of our camping stuff and our filming equipment, and we realized that he hadn't tied them down properly. So I can tell he was a little bit nervous. So he went out ahead, but poor Moxie, she was dying to get out of the kayak and jump into the water and get to him. And all Greg could do was keep his distance because he didn't want Moxie jumping in with him and getting all of his stuff wet. But you know, the life jacket just really gave that extra comfort, knowing that if she does fall out or if she does jump out or if we do tip over, that she's just going to be fine. She's just going to float there and I'll be able to use that handle just to pull her right back into the kayak.
Take an unexpected stop this morning so that I could fix the rigging. This thing is like a barge. It's like a ferry. I mean, it's way down, it's heavy. So what I came up with is using some climbing webbing. I wrapped it around the bottom of the canoe and then threw some of the loops on the waterproof bags, tied it off, and then the backpack with a waterproof bag and the waterproof bag that has the expensive camera and the drone both clip on to handles on these waterproof bags. And I think this way I could do a somersault in the water. Everything's gonna get wet but not soaked, and it's gonna stay with the canoe.
Moxie's wearing a size large in the life jacket. I find that it fits her really well for an 8-month-old German Shepherd. The buckles, there's still a lot of space so that if she grows, there's space to adjust. I find that it looks really comfortable on her with the padding on the inside. The outer layer of the life jacket doubles as a raincoat. There's a zipper where you can remove the lining and then the dog can be just wearing a raincoat. The color red is just great. Every time when we're on the water, there's always people waving at us and being able to see Moxie, and it's great when she jumps into the water and I can see where she is. One of my favorite features of Kurgo products is definitely the handle. Just like the harness and the Baxter backpack, the life jacket has a handle on the back, which makes it really easy to pull her back into the kayak after she's jumped out. About 30 minutes from Fede's house in Tzununa, we stop for another shore break to stretch our legs and run Moxie. For fetch on the beach, there's absolutely nothing better than the tossing disc. The bright color is easy to spot. It's got some heft, so you can launch it pretty far. It fits perfectly in Moxie's chomper, and the rubber is super flexible and durable. We absolutely love it. Today there was a dog that was passing by with its owners.
Buenos días. ¿Cómo están? Bien?
It was off leash and I wasn't sure how Moxie was going to react to him. So I connected her with the spring back leash with the back connector to a tree, and that worked perfectly well. We finally arrived shortly after noon, and just as the winds and tide are picking up. Moxie and I reach Fede's house first, and eventually Greg comes lumbering in. We unload and stow the kayaks, and while Greg sets up camp, I take Moxie to the lawn because she's been a reluctant pooper today. Then there's time enough for a stroll along the shore before the sun begins to set and we settle into camp for the evening. Things that I really like about the life jacket is it gives me peace of mind. When she's out in the lake or if she's jumped out of the kayak, I know that she's going to be able to float and that there's no concern that she could drown.